subscribe, and ring the bell to never miss an update. Hello everyone, 'tis the season. Today on Lady Mary Beth, I'm taking you along to the Bluebird Circle Resale Shop Christmas launch. It's shopping with a purpose, with proceeds benefiting the Bluebird Circle Clinic and Pediatric Neurology Research. We are here to find the holiday deals and hidden gems. Join me. It's always fun to thrift for the holidays. We can shop affordably and sustainably. The Bluebird Circle is open Tuesday through Saturday. Always wonderful treasures to discover. Welcome to the Bluebird Circle's Christmas Market. This much anticipated event has crowds lined up, waiting for the doors to open. I'm taking you on an exclusive tour of Santa's workshop. Then we will see the store reset for the most magical shopping experience. You get an inside peek at Santa's workshop. The elves have been busy preparing the items for the sale, and there are some top brands, wonderful holiday decor, tabletop essentials, and some great gifts. We'll also see some Steinbach Nutcrackers. I'm glad to share a sneak peek with you. On opening day, there is a frenzy. We get to take our time and look through some of these wonderful additions. Mark Roberts Fairies got their start in Santa Ana, California in 1984. They are made of the highest quality fabrics, unique designs, and they are wired and posable. Makes an interesting decorative item for a table centerpiece. You could even place one connected to a lamp. I've done lots of creative things with these fairies. And this is a great deal. $50, these retail for upwards of $200. I met lots of viewers during the holiday launch, and they had seen my posts on social media, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts, and there were items they were able to look for. There is simply so much to discover in this store, and there is quite a frenzy on opening day. I will also share that with you. We can find some nostalgic items, and everything is well priced. If you don't do a lot of holiday decorating, maybe you want to add an interesting pillow for your armchair. For $10, this needlepoint pillow would be a great addition. I wish I had seen that pillow when the shop opened. A vintage angel that is musical and a great deal at $7 for a bit of nostalgia. Here's a look at one of the many rooms in Santa's workshop. They have been curating and preparing for this sale since the summer. The Round Top collection is based in Houston. They have some retail stores, and it is sold at gift shops across the country. Santa on a stake would be some affordable yard art at $5. And they do a beautiful job displaying all of these pieces when the shop opens. I'll give you a peek at that as well. And that's a way to jazz up your front yard. Or you could place it in a planter. More outdoor decor. These candles are priced differently. This largest one is $45. Marquee by Waterford. I remember this well. Santa, first in a series. This was made in the 1990s, well priced at $8. Takes me back. Made in Germany. Lots to discover in Santa's workshop. I can't wait to see it all come together downstairs. A flashback, I found a Marquee by Waterford Santa ornament. This originally retailed for $19.95. It's from Dillard's. We see that yellow sticker on the side that is required to return it. And $8 is a great deal. Here's a closer look at the Marquee by Waterford Crystal Santa. The American Santa was first in a series. It is not a dated ornament, which means that you could gift it anytime. This was a great stocking stuffer, and we've also used this as a table favor at the Charity Guild shop in a previous visit and table setting. Wedgwood for $12. The Jasperware is classic. And again, we have an ornament that is not dated, and I can certainly appreciate that. Hallmark keepsake ornaments are highly collectible, but nothing like Christopher Radko. This holds its value. Made for the American Red Cross, the Braveheart was after 9/11. Priced at $25. Vintage Christmas ornaments new in a box. Waterford Crystal from 1979, priced at $10. And we see that older Waterford stamp and logo. And that's when it was mentioned as Republic of Ireland. They have a nice variety of ornaments, different price points. This Celtic is $8. Gorgeous. You could even place that on an ornament stand. And this just might be the best deal. A Swarovski snowflake ornament for $5. See how it sparkles and shines. Somehow I did not see this when the shop opened. I'm sure someone grabbed it quickly. Absolutely stunning. These look to be vintage for $5. And I adore anything handmade. These angels are special. With attention to detail and beautifully finished. Ornament exchanges are popular. Why not challenge your group to a thrifted ornament? This annual Swarovski retails for $90. $5 brand new in a box is an amazing deal. And my preference would be these hand needle pointed and beautifully finished angel ornaments, a pair for $5. The Christmas trees go on for miles. The vintage 3D trees were sold as patterns. You could use fabric of your choice. And they were stitched together for that 3D effect. $10 for the Southwestern design, which is clever, and $8 for the traditional. There are many different holiday collections. I would love to hear from you in the comments if there's something that your family focuses on during the holidays. And we have the Majestic Angel. And quite a few angelic finds in this area, including one that is hand-stitched. This needlepoint angel was sold in a kit with all of the fabric and thread. $8 is a deal. A Waterford Crystal angel new in a box. At an unbelievable price. $149 sold at Dillard's, and the price today is $35. You'll see a series of Waterford angels when the doors open. Lots of figurines, trees, and a pair of perfect presents. Ceramics are popular at Christmas time, and there's one company that stands out from the rest. I'm sure you're quite familiar with it. These are well priced. Fitz and Floyd. Fitz and Floyd got its start in Dallas, Texas in 1960 with two partners, Pat Fitzpatrick and Bob Floyd. They were originally importers of European porcelain and soon decided to manufacture their own creations that are highly stylized. You can tell the quality definitely sets it apart from the knockoffs. Lots of companies try to create this, but it's hard to achieve this quality. And we find a nice selection, even more to come. It's fun to see all these items come out onto the sales floor and the excitement of all the shoppers. And remember that these are hand painted. This is the Omnibus collection by Fitz and Floyd. The Baker's Santa is $10 and the Woodland is $14. Mid-century nostalgia with a pair of Santa piggy banks for $20. And all of the items are one price today, and I believe they have it with a 2-week price drop. Usually it's a month. And if anything is still there in a week or two, you get even more savings. Here's Santa in quite a different shape for $7. I'll tell you more about this find that benefits a charity, the Brookwood community. Santa is out in full force in all shapes, sizes, and styles. This is unique. It is from the nearby Brookwood community for the functionally disabled, priced at $7. This has been handmade and hand-painted by them. A double shopping with a purpose today, and an interesting find. Our friends the Larsons helped to found the Brookwood community. More Santas. This one is from Jim Shore for $20. Another brand and collection that we see occasionally in thrift stores. Highly collectible. The original price was $26. Needlepoint stockings are a nice addition for $8. That is an incredible deal. And $2 for a pair of vintage stockings. That's 1970s. It's fun to add a festive pillow. This one on the left, I have somewhere in my collection. I like the Noel. That would be a nice addition. And these are a bit more modern with pops of color. A pair of vintage stockings for $2 for a boy and a girl. This is a surprise find for $20. Nutcracker pillow. It's brand new. It's never been used. You can find some great deals with linens. Bring out your festive dishes. This Fitz and Floyd plate could be the base of a centerpiece. Anchor a bowl or vase. The iconic Spode Christmas. You could be picture perfect. 1989, the year I graduated from high school. That would be a special plate. Here's one that I least expected. Mickey under the tree. Can it be $10? Let's take a look at that back stamp. It is licensed to Disney. Spode Christmas was designed by Harold Holdway in 1938 for Spode. Trying to fill a gap in the U.S. dish market with a holiday pattern, it is the best-selling still today. A whimsical design, and this one is a first for me to see Mickey under the tree. $10, that's a great deal. If we look at that back stamp, it is part of the Disney showcase that is licensed. Quite a rare find. Festive tree-shaped serving dishes from Lenox. The winter greetings pattern carries you past Christmas through the winter, well priced at $12. Great for baked potato toppings. The Lenox Holiday is a classic. You could fill that with just about anything or display it. Well priced at $14. Perfect to add to your collection. The 12 Days of Christmas from Williams-Sonoma. Brand new in a box, complete with the linens. You will see that this sells quickly within about 3 minutes of the doors opening. Spode Christmas Best Mom. And drink stirrers. My friends at Baker's Barware would love these. They have a shop at Heights Antiques on Yale. Collector's plates are often overlooked, but $5 is a deal, especially if it's your year, from Nicoletti's Lamp Shop in Houston. Annual plates are fun to collect. I found my year, 1971. This was pioneered by Harald Bing with Bing and Gröndal in 1895, the first annual plate. And since then, many companies have followed suit with that. And if we look at that back stamp, we see it is a limited edition. This company is now owned by Royal Copenhagen, and what a wonderful addition to your home decor that would be with a memory. Lots of Santas and Mrs. Claus holding her gingerbread. We find lots of affordable decorative elements for the holidays, and when the shop opens, a wall of Christmas wreaths. Let's step into the China room and see what they have for us. The Lenox Holiday, an iconic pattern featuring the holly design and 24-karat gold accents. At $5 each, great for gifting and for your coffee tea bar. You could set up hot cocoa for your guests. The 12 Days of Christmas footed mugs and matching plates, priced at $75. The Happy Holidays pattern from Nico is made in Japan, an affordable option for your holiday table and dishwasher safe. We'll see a beautiful table when the shop opens. The elves will be busy preparing everything for this sale. Nutcrackers are standing tall, ready for Christmas and for some great gifting. Steinbach from the Erzgebirge. Some are new in boxes. And here we find more nutcrackers from that same region of Germany. This one is very familiar and well priced at $10. That is unbelievable. And here we see that sticker. It is not made in China. It is from the Erzgebirge. Volkskunst from Seiffen. Handarbeit means it is handmade. Nutcrackers are highly collectible. They have a variety, including the Steinbach. This is from the Erzgebirge, former East Germany, where a lot of the woodworking takes place. This is known as the Schornsteinfeger, the chimney sweep. It is required by law in Germany. When you have a chimney, you have to have a chimney sweep come out at least once a year. And they actually do dress like this. The Pyramide is another German tradition, handmade in the Erzgebirge for $12. That is an amazing deal. Mugs are great for gift giving, perfect for the winter season. This iconic design is mid-century from Waechtersbach, West Germany, that predates 1990. Lenox Holiday. And these are sold as a set for $20. This room has some of the best finds, including a China pattern. That is one you don't see very often, and it sells for a lot on the secondary market, from Fitz and Floyd, $175 for the set. A Lenox Holiday. It's Santa's secret closet, where we have some of the top holiday patterns, annual plates from Waterford Crystal, some ornaments, amazing collections, and lots of Mark Roberts Fairies. This Mark Roberts Fairy features pineapple accents. I'm loving it. Look for that green tag on the back. That's how you know it's authentic. And well priced at $30. We find some red boxes here with Waterford Crystal Christmas, $25. The ruby cased crystal is harder to find, and that adds to the value. This one sells within seconds. You may pass these by when you see annual plates, but I will share some ideas with you when the shop opens. This is the 1991 plate. The Who's glasses that are mid-century, and my favorite from Culver, the jeweled trees. And I'll tell you more about these. They are in perfect condition, which is hard to find for these jeweled trees that are from the mid-century, priced at $195. You could wait for the last markdown in January, $97.50. We have quite a few holiday patterns here, one you will recognize. These cups and saucers are sold individually for $10, which is fair. And the matching glasses, $16 for 8. That is amazing. And some that are lesser known, these were sold in boxed sets, and we can incorporate these into our everyday dishes. They pair nicely with the red plates from Crate and Barrel, $42 for this stack of dinner plates. That is a great find. And the Gibson would go very nicely with the Crate and Barrel plates. We'll have to have a closer look. $6 for these highballs. The classic red is vibrant and works well for many different seasons and holidays. The gold rim adds elegance. From Crate and Barrel, a set of 13 plates for $42 is affordable, and that's also a great way to stretch your china. You could add the Gibson accent plate with the holly and berries, very affordable option, or Home for the Holidays that has an ivory background. Mixing and matching adds interest to your table. A Neiman Marcus logo on this serving plate. Now let's head on into the Christmas shop. It is open. The elves have worked hard for months to curate and present the Christmas collection. This table setting is stunning with the Fitz and Floyd pattern. It is harder to find. If you look at replacements, it sells for much more. The entire dinner set is $175 for the 3-piece place settings, and the serveware is priced separately. Very reasonable. I'll tell you more about the years that it was made. An elegant holiday setting from Fitz and Floyd in the St. Nicholas pattern. We'll have a closer look at the design, and I will tell you more about the history. Fitz and Floyd St. Nicholas dinnerware was made in Japan from 1980 to 1996. Here we have all of that information on the back stamp. It is an elegant garland design with Santa for a festive and fun Christmas table setting. This pattern would pair nicely with your white and gold china or simply your everyday white to stretch it. Whoever purchased this is lucky to have such a wonderful pattern in their collection. This could be for coffee or tea, reasonably priced at $45. And with these mugs, you could fill it with hot cocoa. Let's step into this room of treasures. At least half of the shoppers fork right and go straight to this room, and within minutes, half of it is gone and in their bags. You find some great deals here. Welcome to the nest here at the Bluebird Circle. In this room, we find some great tabletop essentials, everything we need for entertaining, decorating, and gifting. Let's have a look. It's the gold standard for resale shops. Beautifully presented, a great selection, and amazing prices. You can't go to a retail store and take home an entire set of Lenox Holiday. It usually has to be ordered. I have admired this pattern since it launched in 1974. My aunt had this, and I'm glad to have finally acquired it at an estate sale recently. These 2 shallow bowls are great for serving, and at $16, you could take it home and style your table from the Dimension collection. Salad plates, cups and saucers, dinner plates, and lots of serving pieces. Lenox Holiday is a Christmas classic. It launched in 1974 with the traditional red and green, holly and berries, and the 24-karat gold accents. It is such a strong pattern for Lenox that they now make linens, ornaments, and accessories. This biscuit jar is only $28. Here we find the 12 Days of Christmas mugs. This would be an interesting set to add to your white dishes. 11 Pipers Piping from American Atelier at Home. And they're dishwasher safe, which is always a plus. The matching plates. That would be a nice addition. More ornaments and the annual plates. We have 2 different shapes from Waterford Crystal, priced at $20. I love the sparkle. Let's talk about ways that we could incorporate these. You may find annual plates at a thrift store and you don't know what to do with these. And perhaps you could find a year that's significant for your family. I find many uses, including a candle plate, anchor a centerpiece, serve a salad or dessert, cookies for Santa. This 1994 Waterford Crystal Christmas plate retailed for $98. It is $20. Festive pottery from Bordello Pinheiro. The holly design is unique. Here we see that back stamp. It is priced as a set for $125. And of course, you can wait for that price to go down if it's still there. I like the salad plates. It would pair nicely with the Crate and Barrel red rim dinner plates we saw. A wintry display with Santa in his regal outfit. Snow-capped trees. A non-traditional color scheme that would work beautifully with these Marquee by Waterford Canterbury candle holders from the 90s. The Waterford Crystal Powers Court pattern is one of the most exquisite that they ever made. I've never seen the hawks. They are $30 each. My friend Mark has this pattern, but I don't think he has the hawk wines or the footed desserts, which are exceptional. $35 each is a good price. The 12 Days of Christmas disappears rather quickly. Beautifully presented here and easy for someone to find as they're walking into the nest. And those bowls are great for cereal or a peach cobbler. Perhaps at Christmas time you might have an apple cobbler. More of a wintry scene here, and I am looking at the Waterford Crystal Angels. And we better look quickly because they do sell fast. It's a huge savings off of retail. The Christopher Radko ornaments. The Texas is especially hard to find. And that was for the University of Texas. And here's Santa and a Waterford Crystal ornament. Santa with Rudolph. Brand new with tags. $45. Christopher Radko began his journey in 1984 with a mishap. His family's 14-foot tree with over 1,000 heirloom hand-blown glass ornaments toppled. Most of them were broken. He worked with Polish artisans to recreate many of these. 2 years later, in 1986, he started Christopher Radko as we know it today. He's had commissions from the White House, celebrity endorsements, and we can find a great selection of these today. A Mark Roberts Fairy perched on an antique chair. Clever way to present that. With a crown. This table is a focal point for shoppers with some of the best finds. Santa is guarding some Murano reindeer that we will see. It's fun to see the shoppers and the deals that they find. This one is a great decorative element. You won't believe the price. Get ready for it. $5. An affordable and regal nativity. These Murano reindeer are well priced. One customer was only going to buy 3, and I encouraged her at $24 to buy all 4. I think she was not familiar with Murano, didn't understand the value, and I told her they would sell for over $200 each. She quickly bought the last one. Spode Christmas is a festive addition to your table. The top-selling holiday pattern that was inspired by a sales rep who reached out to Spode asking for them to produce a Christmas pattern. With his inspiration and Harold Holdway's design in 1938, Spode Christmas Tree was born. It is much loved and highly collected. I would take this sleigh to my florist and have them put oasis and a beautiful arrangement for a centerpiece. Could also be elevated on a silver tray or cake stand. Tea for one. And we will see more of the Spode Christmas. Some great pieces and prices here. And a lot of the cups do sell quickly since they are great for gifting. Let's have a look at the barware, including the jeweled trees, a special find. Have you ever seen more magnificent holiday barware? From the Culver Glass Company, they got their start in Brooklyn, New York in 1939, known for their 22 karat gold hand-decorated barware. The jeweled trees from Culver is something very special. This is a higher price point because it is something that's harder to find in mint condition. These are priced at $195 for this set. And if you look in the design, you can see Culver is integrated there at the base of the tree. The Steinbach Nutcrackers are on full display, and these have been removed from their original boxes to present on the tree. They have a nice selection, and these are much more affordable than shopping retail. Here's another chimney sweep for $60 from Christian Ulbricht. And just when you thought you had everything you needed for Christmas, you might find a Christopher Radko cookie jar, priced at $65. And I'm seeing the beautiful Fitz and Floyd, wonderful decorative elements to add to your Christmas display and serving. That Santa would be a great centerpiece. And a teapot. Fitz and Floyd to style your table and decorate your home. This winter holiday Santa is well priced at $20. Would be a nice teapot or simply a decorative element for your home. Shades of green, anchored by a Fitz and Floyd Santa. This retails for about $420 and the price is $195. It sells quickly. Some great presents, trees, and collection of Santas. They are quite plentiful in the shop today. This could be used as gift packaging or as a centerpiece. And the trio of trees sells quickly. And we find some treasures here, including a $10 star tree topper and Mark Roberts Fairies. Gold is probably one of my favorite colors for the holidays, with the warm tones. It's rather elegant and regal. And lots of the Mark Roberts perched in the nest today. This one has lots of vibrant colors. You could create an entire tree with the Mark Roberts. And this one has his own ornaments. Highly collectible Mark Roberts Fairies with the luxury fabrics and attention to detail. The prices start at $20 and they have a great selection. Let's follow the penguins for the deals. Framed jeweled art. This would be a festive edition, made with rhinestones and buttons. And you won't believe the price, $20. That would light up your room. A wall of Christmas wreaths. Some great deals here. It is one-stop shopping for your decor tabletop, and gifting. And we find some vintage treasures here. The Santa piggy banks, vintage ornaments, and a pair of reindeer. The boxed vintage ornaments are especially valuable. Those are some of the best finds today. And we are entering Toyland. And lots of folks stop and shop here first. You could have a Swiss chalet, completely furnished for an affordable price. Wouldn't that be fun for Christmas morning? And some dolls. Thrifting toys for Christmas is a smart choice. It's good for your wallet and the planet, and you find unique gifts. Does not have to come in the original box. For it to be a great Christmas present, you can tie a ribbon around it, place it under the tree. The American Doll collection is plentiful here and rather expensive retail. Many of these are vintage pieces, especially the accessories like the furniture that sells for big bucks on the secondary market. And this tree with the monkeys they created to honor the late Jane Goodall. That is generous and clever. And my favorite Christmas story, The Night Before Christmas. That's the edition that I had as a child, written by my ancestor Clement Clark Moore. Madame Alexander dolls. Something for everyone in Toyland. And this carousel also sold quickly, and I believe it was $30. And this tray also flew out the door as we were standing in line admiring it. It is hand-painted, and I believe by Russian artists. And we determined that that would be a nice wall hanging with a larger piece. Priced at $245. Now we're in the other area of the store with housewares and more affordable decorative elements, and we find some great deals. These are not Steinbach, but they are much more affordable and great for decorating and gifting. $10. The linens are also well priced. We're finding table overlays for $3, some brand new in packaging. And this is $6. I hope to take this home. The Round Top collection, everything you need for outdoor decor is beautifully presented here at a fraction of the retail price. It is such fun to shop their Christmas opening. Santa is ready for holiday baking. These cookie jars would be a fun addition. And I see another deal. The Lenox Holiday Cake Server for $5. Tie a ribbon around that and gift it. Housewares is festive and full of deals. A Lenox cake server in their holiday pattern for $5. A Fitz and Floyd Santa mug for $10. This would be a great centerpiece. That Santa was looking over at these deals, the Lenox Winter Greetings and the Lenox Holiday. These are some exceptional finds. My friend Michelle has the Winter Greetings pattern that she found at the St. Ignatius Loyola garage sale last year. Mexican folk art represented with these holiday decorations. We are in Texas. There's a great influence from Mexico with the culture and customs. And what a fun addition this would be for a Southwest look. They have every taste and style represented here, including a woodland theme. And many of these sold quickly, including that covered cake stand. I didn't even see it until I saw someone walking around with it. The mug collection is inviting. I'll tell you more about the history. A mix of mugs with an interesting history. Let's have a look at these, and I will share ways that you can add these to your everyday dishes for some holiday spirit. My friend Iman has wanted to collect this. She lived in Germany with me in Heidelberg in our university days, and I hope to be able to pick this up today and send that to her in Tennessee. The iconic mid-century mug with a bit of history and a name that's rather hard to pronounce. Waechtersbach got their start in 1832 in Brachtal, Germany, with clay sourced from the nearby Schlierbach forest, ideal for earthenware. This pattern was made from 1982 to 2011. A great mid-century addition with a festive graphic Christmas tree with candles and stars. Another mid-century find that you may have seen in a Sears catalog. We often see this at antique shops. The green holly pattern was featured in the Sears Christmas catalog in the mid-century. It has a history dating back to 1941 with a Hungarian immigrant. George Zoltan Lefton started the company and post-war had items produced in Japan. This is a Christmas favorite. This one has a sticker on the base. Some of the earlier pieces had his name, and we might just find a hidden gem over here. Here are the Lenox holiday mugs. A shopper came along and took the entire tray. These look to be Fitz and Floyd. I could see a floral arrangement in these for $5. And get ready for this find, the Santa mug with two faces. This is from the 1950s. And let's look at the back side after Santa gives us a wink. It is Mrs. Claus. And here is that beautiful historic back stamp. George Z. Lefton. An incredible find today. The Nico Happy Holidays pattern. I'm loving the centerpiece, beautifully presented and affordable. I like all the different colors in this. It was made from 1982 to 2014 with that scalloped rim and festive tree. Made in Japan. The shoppers are in a frenzy. And they are happy today with all the deals. I enjoyed meeting viewers and seeing their finds, filling their bags and baskets. What a great day it's been at the Bluebird Circle. Their holiday launch is a highlight of the season. And it is worth the wait in line with what you save on gifts, tabletop accessories, and your Christmas decor. Would love to hear from you in the comments below what you might have purchased if you had been at the launch, and if you were here, please let me know. Love to hear more about your finds. Secondhand is grand. So glad you joined me today for the Bluebird Circle's Christmas launch. We found affordable ways to decorate, entertain, and gift with Spode Christmas tree. Thanks again for joining Lady Mary Bath. Elevate your everyday with resale shopping.